is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl, on Guardian Radio 96 FM.
I answer for much, I just want it now. Oh darling, keep looking, peeping until I see stop. I answer for too much, oh girl, I just want it now.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Burger King, Fine Threads, Inflatable Kingdom, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Prince Masters.
And good afternoon, good day, happy Thursday. Welcome to a Thursday Talking Heads. Here with Pearly in the house on Guardian Radio 96.9. It is so good to be here with you guys today. 3 times in 1 week you're hearing my voice. I am excited. This is cool. This is really cool. But everybody, make sure you know what I say every time. It's hot out there. Oh boy, it is hot. Hydrate. Water. Gatorade. Water. Stay in the cool as best as possible. I know you're tempted to run your air conditioner all day, and some of you are doing that fine. If you could afford it, that's good. But outside of that, sit in the cool a little bit, sit on the porch, stay in your office. You ain't got to go out for lunch. And just stay hydrated and stay cool. We don't need to lose you. But I'm excited to be here today. We get asking, oh boy, what's going on in our little country? But you need to become a talking head. There's one way to do that.
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
Simple. You just pick up the phone and you dial 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, or 325-4259, 325-4259, and toll free if you're in the Family Islands, 242-300-5720. And if you just want text, cool, no problem. I try to read everyone. I tried my best to read everyone, but you can text me, please. 422-4796. It's 422-4796, powered by BTC. So what's happening, guys? Yeah. What's going on? What's going on in the headlines?
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making you. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
We stand by our projections. Government still forecasting $223 million surplus. Now that's interesting. PM brushes off its predictions. Wilson claims government walked away from negotiations. MOE official says otherwise. Oh, and I listened to her today on Chivago's show. Ahoy! Ministry announces $50 increase in uniform assistance, $1. Over in the business section, Doctors Hospital to undergo renovations. Work expected over the next 18 months. That's good. See? Doctors Hospital to undergo renovations. Work expected over the next 18 months. One more time. Doctors Hospital to undergo renovations. Hint, hint. No extra fraud concerns over upcoming fast payment system, says Bo. Bahamas and Caribbean top cruising destinations according to survey. And Doctors Hospital reintroduces cardiac catalyzation program. I mentioned to somebody yesterday, I said, gas going down. What I say that for I got? What you mean gas going down? Only going down a couple pennies, that don't mean nothing. When they go back down to under $5, then talk to me. Yes, ma'am. I ain't no more to say but that. So gas for the moment, at Rubis is $6.87, SO $6.60, and Shell $6.75. It's $7 the other day, but, and I think, I think gas is going to go up again next week. That's Pearly's prediction, looking at what's going on with the war, the conflict, or who is it, President Trump, the skirmish between the United States and Iran. Gas in the States have gone up, the average over $4 a gallon. New York is $4.13, as high as $4.90. Right, so it's going up. It's not low anymore. They're seeing the kind of gas prices we were seeing last year. So and that's gone up. So I assume it will trickle over to us shortly. and hopefully they'll get that situation in the Middle East sorted out, because what I see going on, it ain't gonna look too good. But hopefully not. I'm a bit concerned about, I understand that Flamingo furloughed its 35 members of its staff. I pray for them. Hopefully that they can find something else to do. It's a sad time for Independence Day, and it's a sad time that so many people now have lost their jobs. But I do hope that they all find something to do shortly. So, Fitz say, being a have no surplus. The PM say, and the minister says, we are going to have our surplus. The Davis administration is sticking to its forecast of $223.1 million surplus this fiscal year, despite determinations by credit rating agency Fitch Ratings that was overly optimistic. We stand by our projections, said Minister of Finance Michael Alkitis, who was out of the country on Wednesday. Opposition leader Michael Pintard, the government fiscal estimates are built on wishful thinking and not reality. And I did some research, and I found that the leader of the opposition wrote in February, in April, in June, and in asking for some clarity on what's going on, clarity on why the government moved $700 million to the National Investment Fund when we have a lot of bills are not being paid. And so now the government is saying that we're going to have a surplus. If we have a surplus, if we're doing so good, why bills are not paid? I listened to Belinda Wilson today on Chicago Line Show. And one thing but another, like she says, she bring her receipts. She brought her receipts. And when she read the note that the lead negotiator sent her, it actually contradicts what the government says. It contradicts with the official statement of Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson, government of abandoning negotiations, and has urged teachers across the country to remain alert for further instructions on our next move. However, Parliamentary Secretary to the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Keenan Johnson, yesterday, stating the government remains committed to ongoing discussions. But Belinda Wilson read a note that she got 11 p.m. Tuesday saying that they can't meet, and that's as far as they can go, and their negotiations are concluded. So what is it? Just July 23rd, school opening in 1 month and a day or two. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Text says, how can gas go up next week? They only keep a week's supply. So if they only keep a week's supply next week, that's the gas prices reflects when it comes in, would they pay for it then? So if gas is going up in the United States, what do you think happening here soon? Or hopefully not. Hopefully they have enough supplies. I hope we don't have a gas shortage. I remember the gas shortage in the 70s, and I remember them. That was rough. I remember it clearly as a young boy in high school. I remember it clearly as a young boy in high school. But so with the teachers, I'm concerned. I'm very concerned because that last caller on Gabby, we do that, man. Gabby and Belinda. Gabby is one of the defenders of Belinda, and she believes in what Belinda says, and so do I. So the record reflects that. Because she never opens her mouth unless she shows what she don't speculate, she don't guess. She's come and tell you exactly what is what. And she could back up what she says. So I hope this gets resolved pretty quick. I hope they sit down and work this out. If it's 95% clear, we know it's the monies thing that has been usually the last thing is easy. I've worked in places where I was lead or co-lead negotiator for the corporation. And I had opportunities to speak with union leaders and back and forth. And all the easy stuff, sign off quick. All these, sign off that, sign off all the easy stuff quick. Get them out the way. And then you get into the nuts and bolts. And that's where you sometimes buck. Because management may want to go to 1 and 2, 3%. Union want 5%. Sometimes union want 8%. They come with 10%. And then it's your job to sit down and negotiate. Sit down in good faith. It's you can't come back and fake and fraud the people out 5 different times. You send a proposal and 3 is the same thing. That's not right, man. I mean, I know what you're trying to do, but don't take them for conquer. Don't think they ain't got sense around and realize you're bringing the same thing right back to us. But and as Shivago said in the show earlier, they ain't just negotiating with the union teachers. They negotiating with the other unions too. Because when I hear I get this, oh, that's what you get them. So we want the same thing. What you mean you want this? Yeah. As a matter of fact, we want 0.5% more. So you gotta sit down and strategize. You probably know, okay, I got these contracts coming up. I got this coming up. I know I got to do this. If I give them this, these other people gonna want that. So how can I do that? How can I fix that? Oh, let's travel less. That might help. Text says, well, what we got to do though, as price going up. How's this? Well, what we got to do though, as prices go up, but BPL can't keep the light on to go electric. We're going back to online learning in September, because people can't afford to drive nowhere. How you can go back to online learning if these fellas don't get this contract and you might have no teachers? Anyway. And then I understand there's another teachers union, and I'm not going to get into that because I don't quite know what's going on with that, but I understand Naughty will have Belinda on tomorrow at 4, and those are some of the things we want to talk about, how we can get this best resolved, how we can make this happen right, But I got a bit dropsy. Yeah, that's the word I want to use. I got a little dropsy when I read Doctors Hospital to undergo renovations. They know they have to maintain a certain standard at Doctors Hospital to see that they're doing this. And this is the same thing that I've been making noise about and saying that I want to see happen at PMH. I, on the record, do not agree with building that specialty hospital. Let me rephrase that. I don't agree with building that specialty hospital at this time. Maybe it is something we do need, but when I see reports coming out and saying Bahamians are having less children, we're not having as many children, who's the hospital being built for? But I don't think we need to build it now. I think we need to renovate properly the Princess Margaret Hospital, restock it, put new equipment in. I would have taken that money and redo the hospital. Redo it, stage by stage. All that land they got there, I would have built another section like they built the critical care unit, the news. I call it the news part, which is nice and still so far pretty good. That's what I would have done. But then again, that's only Pearly. And I would have liked to see that. So when you see me get this, I get a little facetious. Or not little dropsy. Let me use the young people with little dropsy when I read Doctors Hospital to undergo renovations, because that's the kind of stuff I would want to see our government saying. The government is going to spend X amount of dollars to renovate the children's unit, the pediatric care part of the hospital, or the ICUs, or we're going to build a new ICU unit, or we're going to build a new maternity unit. So that's the kind of stuff I need to hear. That's the need. Those renovated. Then when we get that hospital right and going, oh, we got a nice hospital. We need a special care hospital for women and children. Let's build that now. Let's make that happen. But in the meantime, let's get PMH. You don't have enough nurses. We have to recruit nurses. Go in the hospital and see how many Filipino or African nurses you see there, or expatriate nurses. Let me say it like that, nurses. You see the male and female. We don't have enough nurses. What are we doing to try to keep them here? Because when we build this special care unit, I think, I could be wrong, you could correct me, that you need nurses with special training in pediatric care and prenatal care and postnatal care. Don't you? That's my interpretation of it. So if we're going to do that, shouldn't we make sure we are able to get enough nurses, period? And maybe some of the nurses we have in here look at giving them special training, sending them off for training to say, hey, we're sending you to learn this, to learn that. But before we do all of that, let's fix a PMH. Let's follow the people who like doctor. Yes, doctors' hospital could charge you 4 legs and 2 arms to pay for. Yes, it's very expensive to go there. Yes, they charge you for every little thing, and PMH is funded by the government. Yes, I understand all of that. That's even more so why I believe that the government should take care of it a lot better than it has done. Text says, the other day when BPL said the plant was struck by a lightning and caused an island-wide blackout, I'm being told BPL didn't pay the fuel bill and they ran out. Now, see, that's speculation, Dexter. That's alleged. They did show video of the place smoking and all that stuff, and more than one person have said that, and it was lightning and thunder in that night, so I'm going to believe BPL until you could show me otherwise. I see, I hope Elutra is back on. Now, they were off from 9 to 3 today for overhead maintenance. I don't know how many other people were off today, but I'm hoping that at least Elutra back on. Text says, good afternoon, Pearlie. When will they build a kitchen in PMH? By the time the grits reach from UB, you need a knife to cut it. And they don't have to build a kitchen. They just got to fix it up. They have a kitchen there. They used to remember the hospital bread and hospital hot cross buns. You remember them? They used to come with that same kitchen. And you go there for lunch too, and the lunch wasn't bad. It fixed up and reopened. This is the kind of stuff they should be doing instead of spending $200 million on a plus million on a new hospital. Let's fix up the kitchen. Let's fix it so you can feed them people proper hot meals and proper meals that suit their diet. But they're supposed to eat, like they ain't supposed to have this, they ain't supposed to have that. If they're diabetics, they ain't supposed to have no salt and high pressure, no salt, high blood pressure, no salt, less sugar. I don't know if they're doing special diets because I had surgery when I was in college. They bring me a little menu and tick off what I want for breakfast and tick off what I wanted for lunch. But I was young, so I could eat almost anything. Tick off and you get and it's brought to you. I know they bringing you what they give you, what they got, but come on. Are we following the doctors, any special diet the doctor wanted while they're in hospital? I don't know. These are millions of questions that we should have answers for, Text says, an exploding piece of equipment could cause smoke and sound loud too. Yes, I agree. Well, come on, man. No, man. Because if they did run out of fuel and didn't pay and they ain't got no fuel, the lights would have been off for a couple of days. Good point. And it wasn't as long as others. Some was off for long, 23 hours, 24 hours. So the argument that we didn't pay that don't add up with me. That one don't add up with me. I can't let you say that. You said it, so you can't say can't. You said it. That didn't add up with me, so I'm not going to take that as what it is, But anyway, Mr. Producer, let's take our first break. You're listening to Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio. Yes, this is Pearlie in the house. Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. We can take this quick break. We'll be right back.
Hey kids, are you ready? It's back! The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp. July 27th to 31st at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, 2 to 5 p.m. daily, and August 3rd to 8th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for boys and girls from 5 to 18. Come enjoy the thrills of the big game alongside NBA legends and current superstars Michael Sweetbells Thompson, Michael Jr., Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Muggsy Bogues, and many others. Registration forms available now at the Seventh-day Adventist offices on Tony Williams Darling Highway.
The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp.
John Shoes and Accessories up for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Running low on summer funds? Squeeze every drop of fun out of your summer with a Fidelity personal loan. From backyard upgrades to family getaways, Fidelity is here to help. Call 356-7764 today.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Running through the castles, flying through the air, laughing with our friends, fun is everywhere. Jumping higher, higher than before, Inflatable Kingdom, give us more and more.
Jump this way to fun at Inflatable Kingdom Attraction Park, opening Friday, July 10th at Breezes Cable Beach. Unlimited inflatable rides for kids up to 12. Kids $25, adults $5. Adult supervision required.
Dive in hot with the new KFC Dunk Buffalo Ranch. A crispy ranch chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on the side. For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk! Everybody ranch!
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
And welcome back to Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Pearly in the house. Let me read this quick text. I come to you right now, caller. I say it happened before. Okay. The PLP government seems to prefer to bring in foreign construction and other workers. They think behemoths are too expensive to hire. That's the progress many swing people voted for. Now everyone catching hell and calling it a good time. I just did that because they say suck your teeth. Yeah, call you there. How you doing?
Doing well, brother.
Oh, thank God for life. What's up?
Yeah, man. Some interesting things he's talking about just dying up pretty. But just quickly, I heard President Trump talking about data centers, pushing data centers, and I'm saying that individuals should try to get people to see the benefits of them and stuff like that, and their bonuses for them. Bertie, I mean, you need to look into data centers one of these days, yeah?
I heard about it the other day, and I said I was going to read up on it, but I was so busy trying to get some other things done. Over the weekend, I can follow up on that a little bit more and see what he's talking about, because it was what's such a big deal about it?
And ask the people if it's something that we think will be beneficial for us, and you know what I mean, to the environment and stuff like that, you know?
I will.
Yeah, and when you was talking about the hospital, Bertie, when you were saying that you don't see the sense of it. I agree with you, you see. And see, that's the whole thing, Bertie. Like, when men like you don't see the sense and stuff, it'd be good if we could, like, come together and say, well, you know, demand, what's the sense in it? And like, really have a discussion on it, because that's how government's supposed to operate. They're supposed to come to us and find out how we feel about something.
Yeah,
but... kind of way, you know, they're supposed to get, if this is the best thing that to do, and listen to us and collect the data from us and wait by what we say. Not come to us and just tell us and announce things and leave us all baffled as to why you choose to do that over this.
Oh, trust it. You know, they want you to trust them, but you know.
I mean, there's a bunch of craziness going on, because like you were saying how well, I mean, you don't want me to tell you what I think that hospital for. that's women and children, black women and children. You know, that's melon anyhow. But what I'm going to say is what I'm going to say is that you was talking about what Mr. Lang was talking about today, right?
Uh-huh.
And I heard him talking about that $700 million or something. That
Monday,
somewhere nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he went to the National Investment Fund, but there's no board appointed. And if there's no board appointed, where's the account? The money's supposed to go into an account. Where is it?
The money went somewhere, nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, see, $700 million. Now, I mean, people, I say $700 million, everyone who listens to me.
Exactly.
$700 million, people. You know what I say? We can't allow them to don't be accountable for $700 million. Right, Pearly?
I agree. We as a people got to speak more people like you need to start caring about what's going on and stop just taking it for granted and thinking like everything cool. Get it seriously, ask these questions.
Yeah, but you know what else needs to happen to Pearly?
I listen.
People like Mr. Lang, because I heard Mr. Lang talk about how it's such a, you know what I mean, a serious thing, right? The money, right?
Yeah.
And I used to hear Mr. Lang talking about one time ago too how government responds to numbers, right?
Yep.
He himself was on the radio talking about how government responds to numbers, right? Now Mr. Lang himself now is a civilian.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So Mr. Lang has
yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, better than us. He should know it better than us because he was a part of the government, cabinet minister, etc. Right? And so he even knows the inner workings of government. He even knows how to even attack them, to go after them, and to seek information, etc. He knows the way to do it.
Yeah.
For one, right? But like I said before, he is on the radio complaining, right? He's a man who has more means, a platform, etc. experience. So he should be leading the charge to find out what's going on with that money. Because him complaining to us is of nothing to me. Because what are you supposed to do with the information now? Because I coming back to him and saying, like, okay, let's go do something with it.
I got
you. Because you should know what to do.
I got you.
You understand? So when you say persons like myself, I expect to see persons like Mr. Lang demand answers as a civilian, show us and demonstrate to us how the government responds to numbers, and because he is in a position where he can build numbers for this. I can't build a number for this. If I go on the street and say, hey, y'all come join me on this. And nobody come behind me. But if Mr. Lang say, come go, I'm not trying to say the old Bahamas will go behind him, but more individuals will respond to him than to me.
Understood.
You understand where I'm coming from, Pearly?
I understood.
Yeah, man. So you see, we need to start putting action and stop putting lip service. You understand?
My own thing about it is, and hear me on this piece. Yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying, and let's say Mr. Lang says tomorrow, let's go down Bay Street and protest this. I need everybody to come. Not to say we should do it, and then you look, he down there by himself. Numbers.
Correct? Yeah, but I expect more from him than just a simple protest. I expect a protest from an individual like myself. I expect Mr. Lang to show us how to go about it through a more aggressive means, through legal means, legal terms, but because he always says also he says himself to something else he has said more than once, right? That the government, those individuals who we elect, they are obligated to answer us.
Yes, they are obligated to answer us. But when you got every third Wednesday is opposition day, where the opposition asks questions on everything. And these brothers and sisters decide they're answering the questions. The minister's not at a position to answer that question right now. The minister's not in a position to answer that question. Oh yeah, we can do that tomorrow. We'll get some information to you. So somebody got to push them, the fellas, them to say, listen, hey, y'all got to start responding. But, plenty of people stay home. Plenty of people voted and put them back in power. So we getting what we getting.
Yeah. See, Purdy, we trying to get some action in the play.
Understood.
But when I was having a conversation with you the other day about the privatization, and Mr. Lang came, and I thought he and I were going to dialogue. I was surprised that he would have come on and dialogue with me,
Uh-huh.
But then I got dropped. So
I was a little perturbed that you wasn't on that because I wanted you to have the conversation.
So I didn't have a chance because I totally disagree with what he was saying, and he said that I argued against myself, but in actuality, he argued against himself.
And the
thing about it is that his opening statement was something to the fact that the things that I was talking about was selfish and self-serving, right?
Not meaning you as a person,
I didn't hear you. No,
not meaning you as a person.
That whole concept of what I was dealing with about the government owning these things.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing about it, Purdy, is that I was arguing the Constitution. That's what the Constitution says. The Constitution says that because, you know what I mean? And I figure that is because that would have been in the best interest of the people, a secure way for them to have revenue, etc. So no one could come in and control them and whatever, but just in the best interest of the people, it was supposed to remain in the hands of the people. Now, that's the case, right? The self-serving individual is what Mr. Lang is defending. Because, see, like I say, I'm defending the ownership.
How was he defending the self-serving individual? Explain that to me.
Yeah, Yeah, because see, his side is where an individual, a private individual now, right, with his selfish greed or whatever, right, would look into a nation where the whole nation is benefiting from this cooperation, right? And he say, I want a piece of that. That's self-serving. That's selfish.
Well, that's your. I mean, I disagree with you, but that's your definition.
But I'm just comparing it to what he, because this is what he says is better versus what I say is better, and he says that what I say is selfish. So I'm trying to show you that what he say is more selfish.
Well, I mean, both of you could sign that argument because.
But on top of that, though, Bertie. On top of that, though, Bertie, right? They individuals who our things, right? Individuals who are put there to look out for our best interest. But instead of serving when it's our best interest, they themselves serve their self-interest and their selfishness.
I got you.
Okay. You understand where I come from again?
Yeah. All right, I got a couple other people holding. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you very much. Call you on the air. How you doing? Oh, you're the impatient people's next one day. You going? Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Bernie.
Hi.
The previous caller, the issue of what he had with line. I think his point, what he's saying is BPL, BEC was our things.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying.
The whole population of the Commonwealth of Bahamas. But then came them grifters, the little $40 million. They come up and talk for 25 years. And that's where he's pointing out self-serving for them and their group. And they try to talk about Bahamas, great company, was having some interest that we find out the other day. They have no interest in it, right?
I listen to you.
Looking out for them and the generational thing. And that's why we got this issue when we, the people, had the whole hog, and now we got to deal with them. So the back and forth view between them and Line was trying to make the point that the PPP or whatever the deal is, not just but if we own the whole thing and we don't have to look for see the profit sharing of that transaction. We don't have the BEC was never trying to gouge the Bahamian people to make a profit, but been running it from before we born. You see what I'm saying? Now, yes, they had some political clout and saying who may work there, but they were Bahamians, but they have working there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And people need jobs. And I think he's a Rasta, right? Who the previous caller. But
I ain't quite certain.
It's well taken.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But who them 40? My question is this: did you have $50,000? Did Line invest $50,000 when they actually everybody could have invested?
Well, that's what Michael Pindad was making noise about, saying it isn't open just for any Bahamian. It's only open for the few people who got that $50,000. How many of us got that? And nobody listened to him on it. They laugh at him.
Yeah, and it was disingenuous of them telling people, that they could have invested in it because $50,000. That you got a nurse and a policeman starting out.
Exactly.
The whole salary for the year ain't $25,000.
So that's the point I'm raising. I mean, that's the point he was bringing up, that it is only for the few.
Yeah, right. Because it was insuperable, which made it impossible for the average Bahamian to invest in that. So they grifters. But
if they did it like what Ingram did with the port and gave everybody a chance to spend some money,
$1,000.
Yes,
$1,000.
And was able to invest in the port. You mightn't get the big returns right now on $20, $30 a year, but you're part owner of that.
Right, and $1,000 is like anybody. If you can't find $1,000, you can't with the port thing with income. If you can find $1,000 to invest, you can't complain.
But even for civil servants, it was allowed to borrow the $1,000 and pay it back.
Right, man, that insurmountable.
I'm just saying. If the opportunity was there, but now when you come say $50,000 invest, that eliminate just about everyone.
Not everyone, but
it eliminate vast majority Bahamians.
Let me make one other point. All that unaccountable money is like $140 million, or they account for when they take their money and they could have
rolls it back
for all the little sweetheart children and thing and put it on.
No, that's alleged. It's alleged. You ain't sure it's alleged, but go ahead.
No, it ain't alleged. It's just
it's alleged. Because we ain't got 100% proof of that, so let's say alleged for now. That's to be safe.
That on the side, and you wouldn't know, and invest in that for them too. That's the side thing out of the $25,000 for the family or the legitimate family generational rent. man gets around with them, you know. But like Gabby's show say earlier, you know, just swing.
Gino, I call it you get Gino. All right, thank you, brother. It's like the PLP have an evil hypnotic spell over the country. Bahamians need to wake up and make a stand against the madness in this country. Good day, Pearly. The masses of people don't care where that 700 million went. They got rum and chicken, so they ain't checking. And that's so scary to think. Bahamian youth, God good. They say the Bahamas Justice needs a change. To address this, we should establish location on the outer islands of the community among them. The mandatory program for young people age 18 would help reduce the number of children on the streets in foster. Y'all remember in the late 80s, Sir Lyndon wanted to bring a national youth, and his own people went against that. That was a big thing. That was a big route. I thought it was going to be a big fight in Baintown, but that one. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Good day, sir. How you doing?
Thank God for life. What's up?
All right. So, you ever went to get a mortgage from the bank?
Yeah.
You notice, like, the bank, all banks, they'll tell you, listen, only certain lawyers, only certain people they just deal with. It's so bad in this country, all the lawyers, just about the majority of them on a blacklist of these banks. They can't go and get no loan from the bank. They can't do no research for the bank. They can't do nothing. Everybody blaming it. Look at the lawyers. The lawyers is the voice in this country. The banks just run you when you say, oh, well, I have my lawyer. And when they look, he ain't nowhere on that list. He can't be on that list.
Yeah,
because
I know. I went through that.
do more garbage than them.
I went through that. Some of them don't do proper searches and all that stuff and come back to find out you and Mr. Mary or Mr. John own that property.
Listen, I buy one piece of property and in the back of Nassau Village. Come to find out 4 people own the same property that I pay.
Lord Almighty.
And the bank terrorizing me to go pay the mortgage. When it look like 4 get the same papers, like what's going on?
Wow.
And when you try to go to the try to resolve it, all of the other lawyers tell you, well, I can't get that because that's my partner and this and that. The court don't want to take it because I can't hear the case. I like there's so much corruption in this country. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And we keep electing these same crooked set of people. And I can have to say they're crooked because
you ain't sure of it. I mean, it's alleged to you that they're crooked.
It's alleged to me. And I have proven it.
Oh,
some of these lawyers, them so break, they'll do anything for the client money and nothing will come out of it.
Wow.
It's bad in this country. And
we need a real cleansing of our country, a real cleansing.
Everybody with honor and dignity, because there's none. All of them, but they're honorable. You need to, anytime somebody tells you they're honorable, run from them.
I ain't going to say that then, because I want you to run from me. Thanks for calling. Take
Don't
care.
Don't say them.
I won't.
Especially those pastors, too. Don't think they can get away.
Oh, Lord
there's no more honorable people no more.
There are some. I know some honorable people. There may be few and far apart, but there are some honorable people in our good country.
We in trouble
and as long as there's one, there's hope.
We in so much trouble that we don't have nobody that we could say, well, listen, that man standing up for right and wrong. Once he know that his party in power, everything changed. Everything changed, and they ain't checking for you once they party in power. It changes. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, my brother. That was deep. Oh, boy, that's heavy. Call you on the air.
What's going on, Pearls?
All right, my brother. What's happening?
We in different worlds, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the last caller, I have to concur with him, obviously there are some good lawyers and whatever, but, I just called because I had that same experience with him. A friend of mine, at the time, I had some access to some money for him, and I was supposed to buy a piece of property for him, right? And it was in that same city area, somewhere in the Nassau Village area, the Pinewood Garden area, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything was normal with the deal. I think some Excel company who owned the property. I didn't even think he knew it was a situation what the gentleman was talking about because me and him were friends, so I knew him from I was a young man, and so I don't think he would have done that. But everything was normal. The deal went through normal, and the lawyer was there, and I read portions of it, and everything seemed so legitimate. But then subsequently, he called me in an uproar saying, Ray. But it's a good thing I knew him from childhood.
Yeah.
That he didn't accuse me of being a part of this it's foolishness. But
Yeah.
when you do the real history, it's really the unscrupulous work done by the lawyers, the Tom Sawyers. That's what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when these things cause problem, but as I said, like, it's a good thing the person didn't know me.
Yeah, to know that
my
he know
credibility.
you're
They
a
actually
man of
believe what I was
integrity.
saying.
Yeah.
You know, but as it relates to what he was saying about the lawyers, that's kind of frightening. But you know, and I listened to Rasta talk about the. I didn't get to listen to you online too much today because I was in and out doing some stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we as people need to stop being passive, you know, and it's
We do.
Conformity will kill us.
Yep.
You know.
So see, we gotta wait for it to get rock bottom, and then we can start coming around and talking about let's protest, let's do this, because you know right now it's sweet. Calling you on the air. How you doing?
Pearly.
Yes, sir. You calling me back?
Yeah, the caller that was talking about the lawyers and the banks, right?
Uh huh.
If you hire a lawyer, that lawyer is representing you.
Yes.
But those lawyers that the banks have set up mortgages for them based on what a level of indemnity insurance
Yeah.
they have paid for.
Okay.
So write up, it could be, $1 million,
Yeah.
$500,000, $250,000 if they're paid indemnity insurance, and the bank qualifies them to write up mortgages for their money that they lend out. That's a different issue. I had an issue with a lawyer, and he was holding up the situation. I said, hey, if they don't have you on their list, then you select one of those lawyers that's on their list to represent them with their money, because this is my property, and I hire you to represent me.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, representing me, the property owner, doesn't have anything to do with the bank. So
Yeah.
that's a fair thing. So
Okay.
if you have your lawyer to represent you,
Uh-huh.
and the other party have the lawyer to represent them, who the bank allows to write up the mortgage is a third issue, and it could be a third lawyer or, you know what I mean?
I got you.
The other lawyer.
Okay. I understood. Thanks, brother. Here we go. Text. In breaking news this morning in reference to contradictions to the purported budget surplus, Prime Minister Davis said, I trust me, bro. I ain't lying. Pearly, why is the Ministry of Education tying the number man dark money to building why is the Ministry trying the dark money to build a gymnasium? They seem to be oblivious to what money laundering is. But the numbers people legal here, so that even technically is probably not that. Apparently, lots of that $700 million was spent on the election campaign after the motorcade and the rally in Eleuthera. Clay flew to Eleuthera the same night when he received the video, and the next day this island was flooded with money. Plenty of our supporters were paid not to vote. I heard after the rally, the big rally, Kelly had in Eleuthera, he caught a flight, I think, from Inago straight to Eleuthera. I heard. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that rumor. Plenty money was spent. Plenty. They're not honorable, they're horrible. Next text says, what do we say here? Pearly, I'd like you to share what you think is the difference between the majority of Bahamians in the 1960s and their hopes for their children versus the current crop of Bahamians who don't seem to think of anyone except themselves individually. Have we been so mixed with outsiders that we do not have any cohesion as a people? The directive from the Bible was clear about not marrying foreign. See, I Christianly, but I'm not versed in the Bible, so someone was talking about there's a spell of witchcraft over the Bahamas. No, I don't think so, but it appears that people are afraid to speak out against what the government is saying, and to win to the human people, it does not add up. They have a surplus, but your grocery cupboard is empty. The fridge is empty. You can't pay your light bill. You can't pay your water bill. And you're paying your internet bill, though. You know, let me read this text, then I can say what I have to say. Money laundering is always done through illegal businesses. Businesses with a high volume of daily transactions in small amounts are ideal to hide evidence of. You can say that, but I can't prove that, because when you open your bank account, you tell the bank how much money you can be putting on the bank, and you show where that's the source of income comes. So something else come up, they can question that. So that money laundering, a lot of that stuff that went down in the 80s, when fellas used to walk in the bank with a suitcase of money and deposit it, that can't happen no more. They can't happen no more. It's too much scrutiny for that to happen anymore. So, I guess fellas find a different way to do it. creative ways. But no, it ain't like that. I can't, no. It ain't like that. No. But I lost my train of thought reading that one thing right there. All right, but I'm not gonna. When the guy talked about spell over the country, people. I take that as a joke. People have been saying since what going down in the election, since the election, all kind of terrible things happen. I guess this is the season. It's just the season. What's going on in our country? We need to pray more. We need to be closer to God. But one texter did say that people don't care, and I having a conversation the other day. I'm wondering, do people even care what's going on right now? As long as they get my check on Friday, they ain't worrying about that. They don't tax it. They don't deposit larger money. They break it up into small amounts. The nature of the business cloaks the activity. I got you. Texter says, it seems like not just PLP supporters are afraid to speak out against the government, or the majority of people who know this is wrong. When I say speak out, I'm not sure what we could do, but we must say something and know that what they are doing is wrong. People, we just don't care. We don't care. Long as I could go to I could give him a couple dollars on payday. I pay him a couple bills. I could go out. We not checking. Nobody cares about that 700 million. I shouldn't say nobody, but a vast majority don't even understand what happened, and really don't care until it touches them. And until it touches them, I'm worried about my country. I 64. I hope in God give me another 20, 25 years on this good rate. But I'm worried about where my country can go out, as we move forward. I am concerned. I am very, very concerned about where we're going. I don't know what to say. But let's see what this caller has to say. Caller, what's up?
Pearly.
Hey, brother.
Listen to me. They worry about it because they're ignorant.
I got you.
When you go on the road driving around and thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, you see where PLP shape.
Yeah, listen. Well, listen, I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah.
You don't got to say nothing. The bums on the road and the people who people don't see.
But I tell you, listen, in Chippenham, all I see is the Chippenham, all I see is, and them trade dirty, there's a bunch of Joneses in the shade. I mean, come on, man.
They were in PLP shape for 5 years ago and think.
Wow, no, I see the fit shade they're wearing right now.
And that's the way they like it.
Boy, I don't know, but
that's the way they like it.
Yeah, but they can like it, but brother, I worry about me and my children and my grandson.
That's what I worry about. All my children under the age of 13.
All right.
3 children, I got all of them under the age of 13.
Okay, then. So
I worry about their future.
All right, then. So
our government ain't worried about my children. They worry about what they could get for themselves.
And people just ain't checking. I'm telling you, people don't understand. I know you say they're ignorant. I don't know if it's just pure ignorance. Some might be ignorant, but I think people just really don't care.
You want to see the boy, whatever they call him, G-Money and thing, rowing on Facebook and thing now?
I see some stuff.
Ronnie, you want party?
Well, very active in the last 4 years.
All right, then. And then he's still voting for them.
Oh, well. Listen, you know what? I respect that if he could row them. Because it don't mean you leave your party, you row them and try to get them to do right. I can respect that.
But if they go in contrary...
Nah, at the end of but you still got time. So at the end of the day, you see what happened.
Exactly, because that's my party too. My family, initial
Yeah,
party.
I know. You tell me your whole family. You're the only one.
Telling you that.
You're the only one in the family ain't gone that way.
I can't go with dumbness, bro. I
got
can't
you.
go with stupidity.
I got you.
I got to check for, like you say, my children.
Yes, that's
they got to be here when I go on. I can't fight for them. I got to fight for them now.
Amen. Yeah.
All right, then. Thanks, Freddie.
Yes, brother. All right, let me read these couple of texts before we go. Pretty, it's obvious that too many people in our country have been living on free food tickets. I didn't read that. Hi, Pearly. If the people in Lucha got money to stay home, I hope their lights and water stay off forever. No, but you can't, but some didn't stay home, Some didn't stay home. The media needs to do an investigative journalism into the $700 million. Pearly, Pintard can't ease up on the $700 million. They got to keep on hitting them. The bunch of I call them political gangsters, Mr. Bilson, Ministry of Finance, these people are heartless. They are reckless. They do not respect the Bahamian people. How did we get like this? Boy, I don't know. Thank you. First hour done. Thank you for the calls to Texas. This is Pearly on the Talking Heads Thursday, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. When we get back, call if you want to stay on hold, you can hold. If not, call me right back after the news, and I'll hear what you have to say. We'll be back after this news and commercial breaks.
Stop that mailboat, stop that mailboat. My heart is halfway out the harbor. Stop that mailboat, stop that mailboat. My heart is halfway out the harbor. We had an argument last night. I went to bed thinking everything's alright. Thinking about the conversations we had. She said that city life was carrying on by. She missed that island freedom, walking on the bay. I said that Nassau was really gonna stay. Woke up this morning, found a letter in a spot. It read, if you still want me, you can meet me at the dock. Please someone fix me, am I dreaming? My emotions are paralyzed.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For beans and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
No budget for vacation this summer? No worries. We got you. Guardian Radio 96.9 will fly you and a guest to South Florida for a vacation of a lifetime. Our sweet summer escape gets you round-trip tickets on Bahamas Air. $1,000 spending cash, thanks to Percy's Island Games. Brand new luggage from Brass and Leather. 4 days and 3 nights at the beautiful Holiday Inn Express Plantation. Free car rental from Hertz, too. All you need is your passport. We got you covered. Enter now for the Guardian Radio 96.9 Sweet Summer Escape. Fill out the form in today's Nassau Guardian and follow us on all social media platforms. Remember, you must be 18 or older to enter. Entry deadline August 12th, drawing August 14th. Taxes not included and certain restrictions apply.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket, packed with everything you need for summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, Fountain Fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only a big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Burger King, Fine Threads, Inflatable Kingdom, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Print Masters.
From Foggy to Yellowtail, from Jackfish to Killer Whale, I jump in my dinky boat and I head on down the coast. I need a fish to bite.
And welcome back to our Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio. This is your boy Pearly in the house. So good to be here with you. That's my boy KB. KB could be on Bay Street tomorrow. So if you want to hear Boatman, just be out there. I'm sure that's what he's going to be singing. How everybody doing? Okay, let's get right into today in sports history. Today is Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. On this day in 1969, the U.S. Vice President Spiro Agnew threw out the first ball of the Major League All-Star Game. In 1972, Eddie Merck of Belgium won his 4th consecutive Tour de France bicycling. 5, Odibe McDowell became the first Texas Ranger player to hit for the cycle. In 2000, Lance Armstrong won the 2nd Tour de France. In 2000, also Tiger Woods became the youngest player to complete a career Grand Slam when he won the British Open. He was 24, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. In 2009, Mark Berre of the Chicago White Sox pitched the 18th perfect game in Major League history. The Sox beat Tampa 5-0. And your sports quote of the day, you learn you can do your best even when it's hard, even when you're tired and maybe hurting a little. It feels good to show some courage. Joe Willie Namath. So, on the home front, let's see his mixed results for softball teams. Under 18 U squad finished second, and the 14 U team falls early. That's in the young ladies. Teams named to the BBA All-Star Weekend and BFA to host the inaugural Under 15 Girls Gombe Cup. Cool. That is wonderful stuff. So, one last text to read, then we're going to get to our special guest. Pearlie, I'm wondering, could I get part of the 7? I want part of that too. I just want one out that. Are you happy? So, 1 year, it's been a year. My special guest has been Tia Ford, here from the talk about her summer camp. We talked about it last year. When you walked in, I said, I know this young lady, she's been here before. Welcome.
Well, again, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Thompson, Earl, for having me today.
So what's going on? Tell us about what's going on with the camp again. Is Bacchus in Agnes this year?
Yes. So the Winnie Ford Sports Foundation is launching its 2nd annual Winners Camp that will be taking place July 27th to the 31st. It's at no charge, again, as last year. We will be providing a full-day camp, an academic morning of STEM, and an athletic afternoon.
Okay.
Of softball, baseball this year.
Okay, super. And last year was a great success, so it spurred you to want to do it again this year.
Absolutely. So actually, this year we were able to get corporate sponsors here on board with us.
Super.
We were able to get Domino's Pizza.
Wonderful.
Solomon Mines became all-star sponsors, and then we have Consolidated Water Bahamas.
Super.
And then also Family Guardian came on board. Okay. And then we have 2 new partners. Last year, we had Core Development from Houston, Texas, and we had Addis Heiler Photography.
Yes.
This year, we now have partner with us the director of Happy Human, Mr. Charles B. spearheading the STEM portion of the program. And then we have the endorsement of the Bahamas Baseball Association.
Super. So tell us about what is Happy Humans so people can understand exactly what Brother Lang can be doing.
All right. So Happy Humans is a nonprofit organization that's spearheaded by Gerard Lang. But he is a STEM instructor, so he leads the technology area at the current place of employment. And so he will be, it's a nonprofit, but he is partnering with us this year to create and add a new STEM program. Cool. So again, we'll be doing a little bit more of coding, 3D printing, and a lot of cool stuff.
So the kids will get to learn a little bit about coding, maybe get to create a couple of AI
Absolutely,
apps.
Yes.
Super.
Yeah, so he has an exciting program ahead. And then also, like I said, the topic this year is the Hurricane Resilient Challenge. So we'll be learning how to design and structure homes and build the most resilient house here to be able to withstand hurricane.
And it's open for kids, inner city kids, of course. But any kid.
Yes, absolutely. So it's open for 100 kids.
Okay.
Between the ages of 7 to 14.
Okay.
Boys and girls.
Okay.
It's morning drop-off is as early as 8:30. Pickup is at 4 p.m. So we provide breakfast, we provide lunch, and the kids go home with a little snack.
Oh, you can't beat that with a stick?
No, you just drop. It's just a drop-off.
And they of course, they have to sign up. So how does one sign up?
Yes, so you can go online and register at the Winnie Ford Sports Foundation website. There's a link there that says the Winners Camp 2026. You just follow the link there and log in and just follow the instructions and get registered.
So it's the Winnie Ford
WentyFordSportsFoundation.com.
WentyFordSportsFoundation.com.
Yes, and the registration will end tomorrow, so I will be closing out tomorrow afternoon just to make sure that we're able to have all of the materials that every kid will need for the camp. Every winner, would need for the camp.
So this year, you came. Last year when you and I spoke, it was just you and I in here. Now you have a special guest with us.
Yes, I do. I have my daughter, Mariam Jan.
And she asked me, am I going to be able to talk on the radio? So you're excited to be a part of the camp, Mariam?
Yes, I'm very excited, especially how we have Mr. Lang now from Happy Human. He's going to bring computers, he's going to do coding, and we're also going to do 3D printing, which I'm super hyped about.
Oh, yeah, do you like that? That kind of stuff?
I really do.
You're into computers?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So what else, anything you've done special with the computers? Have you ever coded before?
At my school, I've done some coding. Like we've done Morse code.
Okay.
I think that's probably.
Okay.
But we've also done like animations and stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
So you're going to be she's sharp. So you're going to be just a part of the camp, or you're going to be a side instructor as well?
Both. So since my mom is there, I'm going to be also helping out with organizing, serving lunch.
Okay.
And like helping with materials, make sure everything's done, checking in, checking out, make sure every kid has what they need, every table has what they need. And also I will also be as a camper because I am also going to be learning along with the campers, and I'm going to be doing like activities with the campers too.
Okay.
So I'm like a mix of both.
Oh, super. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10, and you're going into grade 6?
Yes.
In September.
Yes.
Very sharp. Very good. I like that. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Yay.
It's a work in progress.
It's always a work in progress. My baby 30 is still a work in progress.
Oh, Jesus, I have a long way to go.
But no, I always tell people a story that when I took my oldest son to school, the principal said the parents that participate in every aspect of the kid's education are the ones who do the best. So I can see that you're very involved in what she's doing.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, part of the PTA too, huh?
No. But very involved. I am very involved at the beginning of the school year, getting to know her teachers, the principal. So I'm very familiar with all the staff and all of the teachers that she comes in contact with. So it's very important that we know what our kids are doing and how they're developing with each of their subject matters.
So with this camp, what was your goal to get out of it last year, and what is the goal? But basically, what is the goal to get out of it this year?
Well, it's very important for me, really, the goal is really to instill a winner mindset for all kids. Regardless of your background, it's very important that we implement that every kid, it's a positive affirmation that you are a winner.
Okay.
You know, despite what society says, I feel like it's one of the things we need to implement. We're all about building leadership, building academic skills, building confidence of these kids.
Yes.
And then also teaching them the fundamental of sports. You don't have to, as a female, be interested in softball, but there is something that you can take from the sport or that skill that you can then implement in another sport. Ultimately, the goal of the foundation is not primarily every year for it to be baseball and softball, but my goal is really to add other sports, camp more dynamic and more diverse, so kids can really focus or try a different sport outside. We're growing compared to last year to this year. We're growing, we're expanding. Like I said, we got good partners on board this year. We're planning to continue to grow. That's the goal here, is to grow and to be able to provide more diversity in the program.
It's Monday to Friday. Is your goal to continue Monday to Friday, or is it in years to come to take it into 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks?
Right. So ultimately, my goal is really to offer really a 2-week camp. And then ultimately is really to have an after-school program here in the Bahamas where kids can come after school. This has been in works 4 years ago.
Yes.
This proposal was written 4 years ago, and it's just coming to tuition. So the goal really is for kids after school to be able to come. really test them academically, see where they're at, where their weaknesses are, and focus throughout their academic year on those areas that they need assistance with, that they need help with. And then also building that positive mindset in an academic setting and an athletic setting also. So being able to balance both academics and athletics is important. They go hand in hand in order to be successful if one wants to become an athlete, beyond high school, the college level, or even the professional level, but ultimately using some kids here to be able to achieve a college education, to be able to further their life.
There's a lot of, I'm a sports fanatic, so I watch a lot of sports, but one of the commercials I always see during an NCAA game is that says, this swimmer went professional in banking, or this swimmer went professional in accounting, showing that sports and academics coming together helps discipline the kids, helps prepare them more for the outside world, because not everybody's going to be an NBA star or a baseball star or anything like that. You got something to fall back on.
And absolutely, that's one of the things, too, in the camp we want to implement is also the discipline aspect.
Okay.
The discipline, you have to be disciplined. The same discipline you use for sports, you need to use the same thing for academics, which will then transfer over into your work life.
Okay.
How you work, your career. Whatever career that you do decide to choose, it's going to transfer over there. So it's just putting in the foundation now and very early. If we implement it early, then as a child exceeds and grows throughout life and middle school and high school, these will be qualities that they'll be able to take with them as time, goes on.
One more question for you, my dear. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Okay. I want to be a dermatologist.
And what's a dermatologist?
It's a doctor for skin, hair, and nails.
Okay. And so I see you got a nice hairdo, so you having nice hairdos.
Yeah, I really do.
You're a girly girl.
Yeah.
So before I let you guys go, tell us some more. Monday the 27th to the 31st.
Yes. So it's Monday to Friday, July 27th to the 31st. We start at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Drop off as early as 8:30 a.m. in the morning. We will be providing breakfast and lunch, snacks to all the kids. They will get 2 T-shirts and a couple other items, materials provided to them.
Lots of water to be there to keep them hydrated.
Yes, and Coca-Cola donated some drinks this year to the camp, so thank you to them also.
Yes, thank you so much. And if you want to register, it's the WentworthSportsFoundation.com.
Correct. Yes, you can just Winners Camp. There's a Winners Camp 2026 tab. You can just follow the instructions from there. But registration will close out tomorrow, Friday.
Is any other way other than that to register? Is there? They can call somebody or they just
yes.
can come?
So there's a telephone number. It's a WhatsApp number.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
And that number is 956-824-3622. Once again, that's 956-824-3622.
3622. That's a WhatsApp number, so you can WhatsApp to say you want to register and get your name in there.
Correct.
People, so either get on or WhatsApp in and let Mentia know that you want to be a part of this. This is a good thing. She's continuing this. Something I from talking to her from last year and watching it from afar, she's dedicated to this people. This is a good thing. So let's get out there to do it, okay?
Right. And thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming, and I will book you for next year.
Yes, for sure. Thank you again.
I look forward to it. Have a great camp. I do well. And maybe I'll drive past and see how it's going one day next week.
Yes, come on Tuesday. Alice Hyla Photography will be there taking portraits.
I know Alice very well. Thank you so much, ladies.
Okay, take care.
Thank you to my special guest, Mentia Ford from the Winners Camp. Thank you so much. We can take a quick break. This is Pearly here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey,
Hey kids, are you ready? It's back! The Jeff Rogers Summer Basketball Camp. July 27th to 31st at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, 2 to 5 p.m. daily, and August 3rd to 8th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for boys and girls from 5 to 18. Come enjoy the thrills of the big game alongside NBA legends and current superstars Michael Sweetbells Thompson, Michael Jr., Clay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Muggsy Bogues, and many others. Registration forms available now at the Seventh-day Adventist offices on Tony Williams Darling Highway. The Basketball Camp.
Buffalo Ranch. Dunk Buffalo Ranch. Get messy with it.
Dive in hot with the new KFC Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
Hey, Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
A crispy ranch chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on the side.
Buffalo on the side. Buffalo on the side.
For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk. Everybody ranch. We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's pension plan. Island game, keep you winning. Percy's pension plan. Dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's pension plan. Island game, we got you. Percy's pension plan. From the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
No budget for a vacation this summer? No worries. We got you. Guardian Radio 96.9 will fly you and a guest to South Florida for a vacation of a lifetime. Our sweet summer escape gets you round-trip tickets on Bahamas Air. $1,000 spending cash, thanks to Percy's Island Games. Brand new luggage from Brass and Leather. 4 days and 3 nights at the beautiful Holiday Inn Express Plantation. Free car rental from Hertz, too. We got you covered. Enter now for the Guardian Radio 96.9 Sweet Summer Escape. Fill out the form in today's Nassau Guardian and follow us on all social media platforms. Remember, you must be 18 or older to enter. Entry deadline August 12th, drawing August 14th. Taxes not included and certain restrictions apply.
Running through the castles, flying through the air, laughing with our friends, fun is everywhere. Jumping higher, higher than before, inflatable kingdom, give us more and more.
Jump this way to fun at Inflatable Kingdom Attraction Park. Opening Friday, July 10th at Breezes Cable Beach. Unlimited inflatable rides for kids up to 12. Kids $25. Adults $5. Adult supervision required.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
And welcome back here. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It's the Talking Heads Thursday. Stat Boy was supposed to join me, but he's having some little difficulties, so hopefully he'll get on before we go. But what's going on with LeBron? I know the Bronxexuals can say, oh, you have to always talk about him, but there's a lot of speculation going out there. Some people getting upset about the time he's taking to do this is like it's getting a bit overboard now. All right. Some people are saying he's waiting on some people waiting on someone else to sign, or it's all kind of stuff going on with this, you right? And people are getting. I think it's getting a bit stale. I think it's getting old. I think it's time you say, listen, this way I'm going to play and move on. You know, and is he going to have this big press conference that he had like when he went to the Heat? I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Or I'm taking my talents to the city of brotherly love or whatever. What is he going to do? Because quite frankly, I'm tired. I just, brother, if you can go, let's go. Texas says, let LeBron handle his business. Listen, Texter, handle your business. And around here, keeping people on the edge of the seat or keep people speculating what you can do, that ain't handling your business. You listen, I went into bet good money, and I'm not a guy. That brother already know exactly where he's going and just milking this. Just milking this, because you turn on the ESPN, that's all they talking about. Oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. And it's getting a bit annoying. Just go, just sign. Sign, let the NBA put the schedule together. Because yes, much as I may not like him as a player, I know I'm not against him as a human. As much as I may not like him as a player, he is influential in terms of what people can watch. So the NBA needs to set their schedule. Which games could be on ESPN tonight? Which games could be on Monday night? They need to know so they could milk and get the viewership that they need. When you holding them hostage like this, that's not right, man. That's not fair. Mind you, if it was me, I'll just go ahead and I'll sign all these teams. Let's go sign who you can sign. And there ain't money left over. I forget. I didn't think you wanted to come. Okay, come. Let's do it. Let me give you on $5 million or on $10 million. You know, and there's all kinds of stories coming out of LA. This guy, one podcast I watched, a guy said they were partying when they found out he left. They were happy. I can't use the exact language he uses. Is not conducive for radio. But they were basically happy. That's, you know. Then some people saying, oh, the Lakers ain't going to be crap. Y'all let him go. Well, you know what? I rather than to be mediocre like we've been with him, getting sweep in the playoffs and stuff. So many, you know, I mean, just G.O. go. G.O. See you later. And I'll be happy, you know. Just don't try to come back. I mean, they ain't coming back. The Lakers already got their team basically set. Maybe looking for one more player. Call you on the air. What you saying?
Early.
Hey.
Why LeBron, people always got Kobe name and name up. Talking about AI is a big icon on Kobe.
I don't know.
I know you see that.
I see it.
What's wrong with them?
You know, fella did a podcast and was saying LeBron, you know, you get let down, start crying and mooning and things like that, and all sulking and thing. And Kobe just get up and keep going. Just get up and keep going.
Exactly.
And just play and just come back and slam on you, something like that.
Man, look here, I wish Kobe wasn't dead, yeah? They'll never be running on with this crap, or they'll be running on with all day, every day.
Well, you know, they can try their best.
He would have been able to defend himself, and they couldn't say nothing.
But I know one thing. It ain't going to be no trophy, no statue in L.A.
Not in the front of that Lakers Stadium.
There'll be no statue. So
never.
No.
Never.
You win a title.
One championship.
And you only give me that in the COVID area, in the COVID,
right.
in the bubble. In the bubble.
Never, boy.
And then you barely make the playoffs. You don't make the playoffs. You get mashed up.
And then you come take Kareem scoring title and thing and all that too.
Take you 100 years to do that. You've been in the league 20-some years to get the scoring title.
Exactly.
All right, so maybe don't put these things in perspective either. Oh, you got the scoring title. Yeah, but you took this many more years to score.
Exactly.
And Kareem scored a lot when he wasn't allowed to shoot three-pointers, a dunk and all too.
And they always talking about this scoring average and thing and all that, right?
Yeah.
But Kobe was playing behind Eddie Jones.
Yep.
He didn't start playing until he third year in the league. Starting.
Yep.
You understand? I said, so these things, what they talking about?
All right, but Kobe's one of the greatest Lakers, and he's LeBron as a Laker.
A1 and A2, Kobe and Jordan.
Okay,
That's what I think.
All right, brother. Me and you could talk.
All right.
All right. You know, so I don't know. So now NFL. Hold on, let's read the text here now, because you know, power of a black man. Is it really? He's a smart superstar, but he's a spoiled brat. He's a spoiled brat. And I blame the media for that, labeling him King James from high school and trying to make him the greatest thing since sliced bread in the NBA, since right out of high school, and swell his hair too early and too quick. That's my view on it. That's my view. When I saw that Sports Illustrated article when he was coming Hummer or something like that, and was already showing he got the money, no. I wasn't never a major fan of that. And then he left. He went to Cleveland, couldn't do nothing, then left and had to get a little help to go to Miami. Then you go back to Cleveland, you come to LA, and you ain't bring to LA, you did bring nothing to LA. The bubble championship, and that's it, and that's because AD was there. That's my I stick into it. That's the way I say it, that's how I stick into it. So hurry up and sign somewhere so we can stop worrying about what's going on with you and where you going and everything like that. And then we could all rest and be happy. Little Major League Baseball, I see the Boston Red Sox tied their franchise record of 15 straight victories. They got a rain out on Tuesday, so they didn't play. They played a doubleheader yesterday, so they won the first game, and I guess they're a bit tired. And they lost the second game, so the streak ended at 15 games. And then talking to the manager, who actually, remember that Boston fired their manager, but this new guy, and he really turned the team around. But in talking to the manager, they knew the streak had to end at some point. You ain't gonna win all your games. But they were happy to get to 15. It would have been nice to be to set up Boston Red Sox franchise. But Boston now has jumped from out of the playoff picture as to right now in the wild card hunt. All right. Texas says, stop it, Pearly. Which great isn't a sport? Which great no one woman alone? No, I don't think Jordan was a spoiled brat. I don't think Kobe was a spoiled brat. Nor Magic, nor Kareem, nor Bill Russell, nor Larry Bird. Not the way I see LeBron carry on, crying and mooning. And you go on TikTok and see all these they show. I won't call you the word, but they call him in the thing. But just go on and see how he just flop, touch somebody falling on the ground, all in kind of pain and everything like that. Or come on. So let's don't do it. I'm just happy. Just hurry up and sign so we can start talking about other things and get more into NFL. Get into that. So like I said, the Red Sox have now climbed out of the playoff picture into the playoff picture. And I'm ecstatic about that because that means baseball is getting fun. And my friend Naughty's team may get run down. So take a quick look at the standings in America before we get to the NFL. Tampa Bay still leading the American League East by 2 games over the Yankees, 6.5 over Boston. I think Boston's as much as 13 games, or maybe 10 games. Orioles and then the Blue Jays, who in the last year's World Series team don't look like they can be in the playoff hunt this year. And the Sox have a 1.5 lead over the Guardians. I am surprised at the White Sox. I did not pick the White Sox to be in the money. But they've done a great job turning that team around and playing some really good baseball. Say what you want to say. Say you want to say that division is a weak division, but he's 54-47, and they just don't play everybody in that one division. The Twins, 4.5 out. The Tigers, 6.5 out. The Tigers got to make a decision real soon on Skubal. Will they trade him or will they keep him? If they keep him, they risk losing him and getting nothing because he is a free agent. If they trade him, they could get some good prospects. They could get some pitching, some outfield help, and some young players. And the best team to do that trade with is the Dodgers. The Dodgers got the second best farm system in baseball. They got an abundance of outfielders and an abundance of pitching. And they got some good young pitchers. Emmett Sheehan would be a good person to trade there, to send to them so he can grow there and become something. In the West, the Rangers are in first place. With the Mariners. And Mariners is the team you look out for. And the Astros, too. The Astros is another team that you look out for in the second half. The Athletics are starting to show that they're a young team, and they're starting to slowly fade out of the picture. Over in the National League, the Braves. This is interesting. And the Braves owe the Dodgers some help. They owe the Dodgers thank yous. Because we took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. The Braves. I think the Braves had a 3-game lead, so now they're 4.5 over the Phillies. The Miami Marlins are only 8.5 out, as well as the Nationals. Over the Central, the Brewers are playing great baseball as they always do. And then they're going to break that team up again and then build another good team up. They continue to do that. They don't want to pay the money. They don't want to pay all that big money. They don't have that major salary. I mean, like the Mets got the highest payroll in baseball right now. Dodgers second, of course. Yankees third. But they don't want to pay that kind of big money. They just want to do what they're doing and keep traveling along and make them profit. So they got a 7-game lead over the Cubs. 11.5 over the Cardinals, which is amazing to me. And then in the National League West, my Dodgers got an 11.5 game lead over the Diamondbacks. and 15-game lead over the Padres, and a 22-game lead over those San Francisco Giants. So when we look at the wild card, right now if the season ends today, Tampa Bay, Chicago, and Rangers will be the division winners. The Yankees, the Guardians, and the Red Sox will be the wild card teams. And then the Mariners and the Twins are right out 2 games out right behind them. Over in the National League will be the Dodgers with the best record in baseball, incidentally. The Brewers and the Braves will be the division winners. And then you got the Cubs, the Phillies, and the Diamonds. Which I like about this is you get one from the Central, one from the East, and one from the West in the wild card. With the Cardinals in the fight, the Pirates in the fight, and the Marlins in the fight, and the Nationals. And the Padres only 3.5 games out in the wild card spot. So something nice. They've already played 103 games, so there's about 60 games left to play. So this is where you start to separate champions from contenders, men from the boys in baseball. This is where they start to get into what they call the dog days of summer baseball. And this is where you separate. And a lot of teams are going to be making some moves. August 3rd is the trade deadline. You're going to see some moves being made. I think this year, you're going to have a lot more trades than normal because you have some teams who just ain't there, but you got some teams who in the hunt. Some teams who are in the hunt to make the playoffs. When you get teams like the Mariners, the Twins, the Orioles, they're in the hunt for playoff spot. And over the National League, the Cardinals, the Pirates, the Marlins. The Marlins, the team that usually makes some trades, they may not be making any, may not be sellers this year. They may be buyers or there's whole pot. So it's interesting to look at who you think will be the sellers. Most certainly the Rockies, the Giants will be sellers. Maybe the Mets. I think the Mets are going to make some trades. The Padres probably trades, and the Reds. I think they'll be the sellers in the National League that will make some moves. I'm looking for the Angels, maybe the Royals. It'll be interesting if Bobby Witt. Will they keep Bobby Witt or will the Royals trade their great shortstop and Bobby Witt? I would hold him. But the Royals ain't going anywhere. He deserves to be on the team and get an opportunity to make it to the World Series, at least get a playoff run. And a good spot would be for him would be the New York Yankees. He would solidify that shortstop defense, bring a great bat in the lineup, and right now with Judd not being around, he'll be a big help to that team and filling in some of the weight that Judd uses. Athletics will be another buyer. And by the way, the Athletics got their stadium is being built in Las Vegas. It is going to be an awesome stadium. It's going to be ready for 2028. So they're going to play where they're playing now this year and then next year, which is a minor league team park. But in the new season for 2028, they will move into that new stadium, which is going to. I saw a story said it's going to change the profile of the strip, or change the look of the strip, I should say. Because then now with that stadium being there, there's going to be more shopping, more restaurants, entertainment around the stadium. And it's going to be a really awesome, it's a 33,000 seat baseball stadium only. Climate control. Well, because it's going to be a dome stadium. Got to be a dome stadium in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is hot. So it's going to be a dome stadium. So it's going to be a nice, comfortable place. It's going to have some nice amenities to it, restaurants. It's going to be nice, and I will try and make an effort to see that stadium when it's open, particularly when the Dodgers go there. So I'm looking forward to that. Comes to the look. So Dodgers off today. Couple of teams off today. The Dodgers are. Oh, the Dodgers are supposed to be visiting the White House today, and then play like Mookie Betts said he's not going. He went last year. He didn't want to go. He went last year, but he said he's not going this year. He's going to spend time. His wife just had a baby 2 weeks ago. He's going to spend time with his new child, get to know the kid. Kiki Hernandez says he's not going because Kiki is rehabilitating in Arizona. So he says he's not going to jump on a plane to fly all the way to D.C. just for that to come back. So he's not going to go either. So I don't know how that's going to come across. I'm going to look forward to seeing what it said. I've been checking to see if they actually went today, and I've not seen any information showing me that they did go. They did go. There's something here on X or Twitter. A special team because they're winners. I wouldn't be surprised if they're back here again next year. That's President Trump making that quote about the team. And we will not be surprised if they're back there next year. So that's cool. They are at the White House. I will check the story later when I go on Sportsnet and see who all went, who stayed home. Okay. They're adding some games. TBS has the contract to show some baseball. So Dodgers games on August 4th will be televised nationally by TBS, making 6 total road games on the network in 2020. So August 4th, the Dodgers will be at the Cubs on TBS, and the Braves on the 25th. So they're adding more. TBS's billing is TBS is starting to do some little sports stuff there to get back, because you remember they used to be the home of the Atlanta Braves back in the day. So they're gonna have some extra. They added some extra games. Camps have started in NFL football. Yeah. I know Naughty's excited, but camps are opening up all week. So you're gonna start hearing some more stories coming out. What's gonna happen? And I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it one more time. Dolphin fans, and I so miss my brother Muff Roll to tell him this, but Dolphin fans, do not expect the Miami Dolphins to win more than 5 games this year. If they win 5 games, celebrate. Let's have a party. Let's pop some champagne and let's go nuts. They're not going to do it this year. They're in the rebuilding stage. They've gutted the team. They brought in some young. They made some very good young picks. They brought in some players from 1-year contracts. So next year they'll make some more picks and start to grow this team and build this team. So the 26th season, nope. The 27th season, make a little information. By 28, I expect the Dolphins to be a Super Bowl contender. All right, there. Pearly said it, okay? I see Mendoza, the great quarterback who the Raiders picked. He agreed to a $57 million rookie contract as the number 1 pick overall. $57 million. Wow. That is awesome. $57 million. Boy, I wish that could be me. I wish it was just $57, but I think, if I am correct, did the Dolphins extend? I don't know. I think they may have the linebacker. Maybe not. Maybe not yet. But like I was saying, don't expect Miami to be a great team. Do not expect that. Do not look forward to that. Do not build up your hopes. Do not fool yourself. Do not get all excited and be cussing the Dolphins later. We're not going to be a great team. We're going to be competitive. We're going to play teams tough, but we don't have enough talent. We have a very weak wide receiver core. We have a very weak safety room. We have a very weak cornerback room. Even though the cornerback we pick, who's going to be great, won't be even there for the beginning of the season. All right, so we're gonna struggle. We're gonna have a pretty decent offensive line. We have Dulcich, a developing tight end. We should have, even though we may need another edge rusher, we can have a solid edge rushing. We have solid linebackers. So we're going to be competitive. But Malik Willis is going to be the test to see if he's going to be our franchise quarterback, Arch Manning, if we have the number 1, 2, or 3 pick. So watch the Dolphins with an open mind. Watch them to say you want to have some fun and enjoy watching them play. But outside of that, no. Don't build your hopes up. Don't build your hopes up. I'm telling you that now, people. Do not build your hopes up. Not going to happen. We're not going to be there as a team. Okay? It's a really, really slow day today in sports. Really slow. There are no WNBA. There are no WNBA games today. Most of the baseball games are already done. Like the Braves beat the Padres 6-5. The Twins beat the Guardians 3-1. And the Blue Jays beat the Rays 3-1. All right. The only other game, there's a game going on now. The Cardinals are leading the Diamondbacks 2-0 in the middle of the second inning, end of the first, bottom of the second. There's only one game that we could give any kind of pick on today because there's no WNBA. I'm just double checking to make sure I want to click you with this. There's no WNBA games today. So the one game that we're going to do a pick for today is the Kansas City Royals at the Detroit Tigers. Detroit are 2.5-point favorites. I don't even know who to pick in that. But before we go,
Yeah, good afternoon, Prels. What's happening?
yes, sir. You got 30
Listen,
seconds.
I am a Dolphin, and I like the fact that you're sobering it down for our fellow Dolphins fans.
You get too excited and you feel inside your vex.
As a matter of fact, Pearly, I think this should be a tanking year for us.
It is not a tanking year, but the fact that we gutted the team is going to be a losing year. We're not tanking.
Well, we could say it like that, but this the year, like, when we had that idiot Flores, when we supposed to lose and get Joe Burrow, this that kind of year for us.
I got you.
And one thing I like with football, you could have a bad year.
Yeah.
Couple of free agents, couple of good picks, and bang, you right back on the top of your division.
Yep,
But you
you're right.
can't stay floating in the middle. You got to either be good or bad
Yep.
to get good.
I got you.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
my
taking
brother.
my call.
All right, thank you so much. And that's the last text is, Willis will need more than a year, and he probably will need more than a year. Thank you so much, everybody, for the calls, the texts, listening, just being there. This is Pearly with the Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. See you later. Don't forget the Press Box Sunday at 11 a.m. See you then. Naughty and Manji will be there tomorrow.
Hungry for some serious beef? Then get ready, because Burger King Nassau is bringing back the double quarter-pound king. That's a full half-pound of flame grilled beef, topped with melty cheese, tangy mustard, crunchy pickle, and fresh onions. Served on a toasted sesame seed bun, classic style. Big flavor, big protein, big satisfaction. Get your double quarter-pound king meal with medium fries and a drink for only $10.35. More food, less money. Only at Burger King Nassau.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Going through tires faster than a hot knife through butter. One wheel going left, one wheel going right. While the car crying and trying to go down the road straight, Chief, you need to go into Muffler World and get your wheels aligned. Muffler World will set you on the straight and narrow in no time with computerized wheel alignment. And since the car is up already on the rack, take them one-tread tires off and get some new ones. Muffler World on Mackey Street got that computerized wheel alignment and brand new tires.
Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want to look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, want to step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
We're on Aaron Donald.
We are.
Right? That's it.
Yeah.
We're on Aaron Donald watch. We want to know, is he going to come back? Is he going to play beside Myles Garrett? The coach, Sean McVay, one of the great coaches, has something to say about it. Let's take a listen.
I have crossed paths with Aaron Donald, and you know what's special is we have a really special relationship, and it's way bigger than football. I've heard him say it before, and it means the world to me, and I feel the same. It's family with us. He's done so much for me. I love the man he is. I love the husband, the father, the son. You know, he represents a lot of the things that are right, and what he's going to do is. He is thinking about this. He's going to go through his process. And the one thing about Aaron Donald is what he does it full speed ahead.
Yeah, I had this on as an Overreaction Monday topic, that it's a matter of when Aaron Donald comes back, not if. It just feels like all signs are pointing toward he's spotted at the facility. He's really going nuts with the Instagram workout videos. And, you know, it's not just like, he's not throwing up 50s. He's throwing up 110 dumbbells. Like, it's not just any old, like, I want to keep my shape workout. This is like, can I endure the rigors of an NFL season coming up workout? That's how it seems. And it's just all the chatter, the fact that it hasn't been completely dismissed. Like, I'm not coming back. It's like, I'm thinking about it.
There's too much smoke.
Too much smoke.
Right? Like, there's too much smoke. There's got to be some flames here. It makes no sense. Now, look, one could argue Aaron Donald has been in playing shape since he retired. Like, the man is an animal.
Never fell out
to
of
the
shape.
gym. Like, he keeps himself ready at all times. Like, it feels like he retired just kind of and then stayed ready, waiting for the perfect opportunity to come back is almost what it feels like. And when you've got a beast like Myles Garrett just coming in, Defensive Player of the Year, like, it feels like this is the opportunity to come. I mean, what come on, though. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It feels like it's not fair. It feels like we have rigged the system. Can you imagine the two of them on the same defensive line? Do we think we're getting like prime Aaron Donald here?
Well, TJ, no, we're not going to get prime. We're not going to get 3-time Defensive Player of the Year and first team All-Pro Aaron Donald. But I think just him out there, he's going to make plays and he's going to draw attention. And even if he doesn't, and it all goes to Myles Garrett, now suddenly you're going to block Aaron Donald one-on-one? I don't care if he's 2 years removed from playing. Some of the other defensive players we were talking about yesterday that the Rams have. This is a team that could go for the all-time single-season sack record. You know, Myles Garrett's coming off 23 last season. 25. Why not?
Well, I kind of thought this. I came from Good Morning Football just a mere hours ago. And earlier in the week, I think last week we were talking about this, and I said, I think he has a chance to break his own sack record.
Yeah.
Because, look, Cleveland was not good last year, right? So they were playing from behind a lot of the time, and so you're not going to get a lot of those situations where you know the quarterback is going to drop back and pass because they're just going to run the ball or – you know, whatever. They're not. It's not third and long, right? It's not happening because they're playing from behind so much. So I'm going on the opposite side of that. The offense for the LA Rams is elite. MVP quarterback Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. I mean, it's good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
So I imagine if it's anything like it was last season where they were, you know, the first in the league in big plays, like they're going to be playing with a lead a lot of the time, which means all these teams are going to be trying to catch up, which means Aaron Donald, Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is going to get more opportunities to get after a quarterback. I mean, that is scary. That is terrifying.
Yeah, you asked earlier, do I feel like he can be prime Aaron Donald? I'm not going to sit here and say he can't. Like, every professional athlete is special, right? And then you always have the 1% who are like that much better. But like Shaq would say, Aaron Donald has G14 classification. I'm not going to sit here and go, he can't be what he was because we've all seen him working out. So you know the strength is there. So that's a big part of that position, right? And the fact that he doesn't have to be the man every single play because, he's got this other genetic freak next to him.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
I'm not going to say he can't come back.
And it's just when he comes back. Is he going to be right there day one training camp, or is he going to come in at the end of August?
That's my next question.
Is he going to float in week 7 to be a Thanksgiving situation, and he's just there for get his win back at the end of the season, and then he's there for the playoff run?
Yeah, what's the holdup? That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing that's
what are we going to do?
Catching me a little. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of smoke, but what are we waiting for?
Right.
Like, what's the? I mean, has he really just not decided?
He hasn't decided.
Do you think that's it?
Maybe.
You think he really just hasn't made up his mind whether he wants to come back and play or not?
Did we hear something the other day about someone said that if he does it, he doesn't want to come in the middle of the season.
Right.
He wants to grind with the team from the start.
Yeah.
So that would lend itself to being we should hear, an answer sooner than later. But
yeah, I mean, training camp's right around the corner. There. We're almost to live football.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams report on Saturday, so we'll see if he's there. I don't know. I haven't heard any indication on either side, but he's 2 years removed. It kind of takes a little bit to get your wind back and get your stamina and realize like getting hit, Seth, getting hit is a different beast when you haven't been hit for 2 seasons. I guess it's kind of like when you have kids, right? And you're through the toddler stage and then you all of a sudden have another kid and you're like, man, I got to go back into the toddler stage. We were already through this already.
Yeah, I think that's the thing of it is like, I can imagine myself stepping away from wrestling for, say, a year or two. And then I would imagine the mental fortitude that you have to go, okay, I'm now going to step back in and I'm going to fully commit, not just for myself, but for my teammates. You know, you can't just like, jump in, jump out. Like one thing that everybody that's ever played with Aaron Donald has ever said is that he is the best teammate. He is, and you mentioned he wants to be in the trenches. He wants to be grinding, TJ, from start to finish. Like he's not a guy. he's not a Roman Reigns, right? He just don't want to show up from time to time, toss the title around, look at my rings. He's a man's man, right? He's a fighter. He's a Seth Rollins. He wants to be in there in the mix with his boys all the time. Right. So I feel like you got to mentally kind of steel yourself and get ready for that. Like that's like, okay, to me, that's the commitment more than anything. I think physically, dude, he could go in and do the thing. I think mentally it's like, am I going to commit to what this takes for the entire season, all the travel, put the family stuff, off to the side again after I've done everything that I wanted to do in the league. I'm a Hall of Famer as it is. So it's like, what is the reward at the end of this for him? And maybe he just misses the game. I don't know. It's quite fascinating.
But Big Daddy Kane said there ain't gonna be no half stepping when it comes to Aaron Donald. Like he's in this, he's going to be doing it to the highest level again because anything less is beneath him, I would assume. So,
yes.
that is mentally, he's got to prepare himself to go to combat with another man.
Yeah, so that takes time to think that out and really, ask yourself, do I want this? Do I want this again? Yeah, all the hanging with the boys and the Sundays, yeah, that's great. But it's the work the other 6 days. It's Tuesday. Getting yourself ready. Yeah, it's Tuesday to Saturday. Like, man, do I want to go through that grind after I've been away from it for 2 years?
Yeah, and like TJ, like you're right. There's no half stepping. Like he's not in there going to be like, all right, I'll just be half the player I was, and Miles will pick up the slack. Like that's not the mindset that this guy has. He's going to come in and compete with Miles for the share of those sacks. Like he wants to get after it. He's not like, oh yeah, Miles, you have the glory. No. That's not how these alpha elite athletes. He's a team player, but he wants to have the most impact he can. Absolutely.
Like, Charles Montgomery Punk didn't come back to main event vengeance. He came back because he was going to main event Mania. That's what Aaron Donald's doing right now.
Let's not compare those. That's disgusting. That hurts me. That hurts me bad.
I'm just saying.